A number of attacks. We successfully repel them all. Even Kashima Sakura wasn't expecting organized resistance like this. It isn't even that hard for us. Our sacrifices are small. Just a few guys from Yoshino's gang. We're all like illusions to begin with, so it's hard to be disappointed. But from now on, she'll probably plan her attacks with us in mind. The hard part is coming. After all this, Kagari's exhaustion is clearly visible. Her research is stuck. Kagari's fingers play with the very tips of the branch worlds, checking to see if one of the dying possibilities actually can connect to the future. She continues ignoring the short branches. Making those short branches go somewhere requires backing up to some key event and changing it. Which means those are worlds where destruction took place. They are far shorter than the worlds that very slowly and gently approach their end. Isaka-san, Nishikujo-sensei, Shimako. Maybe that's why I couldn't bring them here despite my connections to them.
興味深い理論ね、これは。
Akane walks out from the trees.
私には鍵は見えないけど、ここに組み上がっているものはわかるわ。
That's still pretty impressive. Maybe being the head of Gaia makes it easier for her. Akane reaches out to a specific location in the theory.
これは命と世界のたどった道筋ね。力強い流れ。でも最後には弱々しく砕けている。
It looks like a tree to me, but apparently it looks like a vague flow of power to her. Do you get any headaches reading it? You won't be able to come back if it destroys you.
こういうことには慣れているつもりよ。魔を生み出す技に似ているのね。こちらの方がずっと高度だけれど。
After looking at it for a while, Akane shakes her head.
ダメ。とても理解できそうにないわ。これを見る限り、滅びは不可避に思えるわね。
The planet doesn't want that to happen either, but it can find a way to avoid it.
万能の力にも限度はあるのね。
Yes, Aurora can't do everything. The Earth was originally a harsh planet, unsuited for life. Life can only just eke out an existence there because the omnipotent power altered the environment. And that was the best even that miraculous power could do.
この辺りはどういう記述なのかしら。
That part. I understand that area, so I explain it to her.
資源がなくなるからこういうことが起こると。
Yeah.
資源の消費を抑えればいいの？
Ideally, but whenever an intelligent race appears, they always consume a lot. Civilization can't advance otherwise. And if they start thinking about the environment after doing that, it's just too late.
人間って愚かね。
Don't sound like you're enjoying yourself.
愚かな人間ってフレーズが好きよ。
If you keep talking like the final boss of some video game, people will start rumors.
誰がそんな陰口を？
Everyone at school. She started biting her nails as she talked. That's not good. The best choice is probably to destroy civilization whenever it appears. But from humanity's point of view, that's just evil.
私たち以上の極悪人ね。
Maybe there'd be a better possibility if we could start controlling it earlier. For instance, keep the population fixed at 1 billion and let their technology advance regardless.
大陸の数を減らしてみたら？
Eh?
大陸が分かれていることも国家乱立の一因なわけだから一つの超大陸にしてしまうのよ。だいぶ違うんじゃなくて？
Can we do that? The omnipotent power can do that. Limiting humanity's living space to a single large continent. Controlling the resources they could feasibly consume. Then the key wouldn't have to cause destruction and life could continue to exist. Would that work?
理論上でシミュレートしてみればいいじゃない。
Okay, let's make a copy. I draw out a drop of aurora into a large sheet. I duplicate the relevant parts of the theory of life. I fiddle with the layout and spread it out between me and Akane. The end result projects images and lets us easily check various numbers. It looks like a game board now.
初期宇宙については手が出ないから原始地球からスタートね。
What should we change?
最初のプレイは適当にやってみればいいのよ。とりあえず最初の大事件は月ね。
Okay, let's watch the opening. The Earth from 4.6 billion years ago is displayed as a video. The solar system had only just formed. Space dust gathers around the sun, orbiting it in a large disk. The dust repeatedly collides with other dust, eventually growing into giant rocks. One of those proto-planets gathers more dust, slowly forming the Earth. It's a moving video.
荒い動画ね。
I'm sorry I couldn't get it in high definition for your Royal Highness. Collisions with other proto-planets keep the Earth constantly covered in heat. Metallic substances melt, and due to their high density, they sink to the core. The surface becomes a sea of magma, but eventually it cools into a crust. The moon doesn't exist yet. Is it coming up soon?
原始地球の時、すでに万能の力は宿っていたのね。
Yeah. That's clear from the parameters. In and of itself, that's not strange at all. Life probably expanded throughout space just like matter after the birth of the universe.
月を地球にぶつけるのよ。ぶつけ方でだいぶ運命が変わってくるはず。
Okay, you can use these touch controls to do it yourself.
お手本はこうよ。
Akane throws the moon with a cool arm motion reminiscent of air hockey. The moon flies away from Earth off into outer space. Your motor skills suck.
球技が苦手なだけよ。それにタッチパネルも増えてね。マウス操作ならもっとエイムできたわ。
She starts giving irritating excuses. Getting rid of the moon seems to have changed the environment a lot. Without the gravity of the moon, the Earth has no tides, and it ends up rotating extremely fast. So the surface is covered in unending storms. Just to be sure, I move a few 100 million years ahead. Life doesn't develop very quickly without the moon. A billion years later, I finally see some monocellular organisms, and they don't evolve very much. Without a tidal cycle, the Earth's environments don't get mixed around much. Apparently, that makes everything happen far too late. It takes another 2 billion years before planets start to flourish. Apparently, the planet's magnetic field is exceptionally strong. The gale force winds never stop. Thus, only seaweed and vines seem to prosper. And once anything happens to kill off the life somewhere, it takes forever to grow back. Large numbers of algae grow in the sea, which produce lots of oxygen. Over time, the oxygen density of the atmosphere reaches extremely high levels. What happens when there's too much oxygen in the air? Things burn easily. Fires break out over the Earth's surface on continental scales. It's more impressive than any disaster flick. In the end, the Earth dies.
私のせいじゃないわ。
It is your fault.
ゲーム
The others ask what we are doing.
頼まれてたコーヒー豆とキャンプセット。
Thanks. Did you buy them?
お金はカウンターに置いてきたから。
You're way too polite.
これはゲーム版なのか？
地球で進化46億年の旅。面白そうですね。
月を地球にうまくぶつけて生命を誕生させるゲームよ。
This isn't a game. Still, this feels nostalgic. We're goofing around just like old times. Shizuru, wanna try it? She walks up next to me. That's right, she really liked manga and video games.
ぶつける。
For her first pitch, Shizuru throws a fastball. The moon plows into the Earth at tremendous speed. The planet breaks up into several pieces. Game over. Doa! What are you doing?
撃破成功。
She gives me a thumbs up. We are not trying to destroy the world.
しかし、ぶつけるゲームだと。
Don't listen to what the evil old witch says, okay, Shizuru?
うん。
ずいぶんね。
Let's leave the moon on default. We let the moon, well, the rock whose parts later form the moon, collide into the Earth according to reality. The perfect collision causes several fragments of both to fly up into space together. They gather together in space, forming the moon. Much better.
ここからどうなる？
If we leave it alone, life should appear. As I say that, the life signs skyrocket. There! Bacteria and Archaebacteria.
文
字が読めないな。訳してくれないか？
読めますよ。
魔物使いは読みやすいのよね。
私も読める。大陸の形がどんどん変わっていく。
They're like school kids gathering around a water fountain. I move time forward. Eventually, we reach the bacteria age. Then eukaryotic cells emerge. I speed it up, taking us straight to the appearance of multicellular organisms. In terms of diversity, the Cambrian explosion is the most famous time period. Life quickly becomes more complicated now.
海中に魔物が無数に生まれているな。
Not familiars, normal life forms. These creatures just look like familiars because they're different from modern animals. If we want to mess with stuff, now's probably the time.
小太郎、この魔物は何だ？
That's an Anomalosaurus! It's the strongest familiar in this era.
魔物で認めた。エビみたいだね。
あまりうまそうではないが。ロブスターも大きいものは大味だったりするのよね。
食べたことがない。茜は富豪だ。
You're rich too, Shizuru. I know how much money you're saving.
50センチくらいありますね、これ。よく見たら、キリマンジャロに似てます。
Oh yeah. Maybe that thing was made using fossils. I might faint if this thing attacked me in the water. What's wrong? You don't like it?
トゲトゲしくて可愛くない。カブトガニにしよう。
Shizuru mushes together some creature data like wet earth, then carelessly throws it into the Cambrian period. Suddenly, giant 3-meter-long creatures appear in the ancient seafloor. At least think about the ecological implications of that thing. It's way too big.
わ、カブトガニだよ。
角があるけど。
I don't think horseshoe crabs are this big.
名付けて、ヘラクレスオオカブトガニ。かわいい、強い、そして優しい。
なかなか強そうではあるな。
こないだ戦った魔物と同じくらいの強さだ。
You can't be serious. Do you have any idea how much it has to eat to maintain a body this big?
Huh?
Throwing an animal like this into this isn't going to... The Hercules horseshoe crabs become dominant and drive the Anomalosauruses to extinction. In fact, they eat every other animal of the era until nothing else is left. In only 20 years. Hey! In the end, the Hercules horseshoe crabs begin cannibalizing each other, reaching a tragic end.
あの優しかったカブトたちが。生まれた当初から優しさのかけらも見えませんでしたけどね。うん。ならば、小さくして数を増やしてみれば。
This time, we get mini horseshoe crabs. They also spread like wildfire, using group guerrilla tactics to hunt and devour the Hercules horseshoe crabs. In the end, the mini horseshoe crabs begin cannibalizing each other, reaching a tragic end. We're not trying to wipe out all life on Earth, you know. I guess Shizuru isn't the type for simulation games. Okay, retry. I get things back to what they are supposed to be, but then...
ゴキブリとかいらないですよね。
At around 300 million years BC, when cockroaches appear, Chihaya suddenly fills with the data. The Earth is covered in a harsh and merciless ice age. Da! Don't do that without thinking!
温めなきゃだよ。
Kodori fills with it. She forces multiple tectonic plates to move together, forming a supervolcano 20,000 meters tall, which then erupts. A disaster large enough to transform the chemical composition of the atmosphere. Wah! Stop screwing it up! There's so much ash in the air now, it's making the planet even colder.
そうだったんだ。
Ah, this poor planet. It's covered in ice.
なら溶かしましょう。
Acid rain starts pouring. How the hell did you make that happen? It's utterly hopeless for any life to thrive in this environment. Game over. You guys seriously need to read a book about evolutionary and geological history.
興味なし子。毛虫とかもいない世界だと森の散歩が楽しくなるんですけど。
クラゲも滅ぼそう。
かわいい生物満載の星に。
By Shizuru standards, that means vicious carnivores. These guys. The god of chaos is controlling these girls.
Oh.
What is it this time?
適当にいじっていたら、なんだか人類が生まれてしまったわ。
You're kidding. That's actually what we wanted. It looks like they're in the Middle Ages now. 200 million years BC? How?
無茶が重なってたまたまそうなったようね。
うん、毛むくじゃらだけど立って歩いてる。道具も持ってる。恐竜もいる。
A band of thick-haired cavemen attack a dinosaur.
恐竜を飼っているようだな。
Unbelievable. How did you make that happen? We have absolutely no idea what produced this result. Humanity continues evolving smoothly. Villages grow into cities, various social rituals are established, and urban sprawl ensues. As the Cretaceous period ends, dinosaurs are on the verge of extinction due to hunting.
確かこの時代って隕石降ってくるんじゃないです？氷河期になるんですよね。
That's what was supposed to wipe out the dinosaurs. Let's get rid of it. We don't need another ice age. The dinosaurs are going to go extinct anyway at this rate. Humans continue developing. Though, unlike our species, they have huge manes like lions. Technically, these aren't even primates.
駆除しちゃう？
No! This is our precious intelligent life right here. We should be supporting them. At this point in time, the world has only a single supercontinent called Pangaea. But tectonic plate motion will soon cause it to split apart. This land will split into Eurasia and the Americas. And Japan, of course. I use the Aurora to prevent that. I have to consume a lot of energy, but this might cut down on wars between human countries. What will happen? Humans develop on a single supercontinent. From primitive wars to battles with firearms. Then a technological revolution occurs. Familiars.
これは
They begin developing what they can only call magic. Spells which transform dead bodies into monsters. Hexes which implant transient souls into weapons. Enchantments to control enormous beasts.
魔物使いだ。
They've learned to use Aurora. Some of them might start to learn about the invisible, miraculous power now.
魔物使いにこんなことができたなんて。
似たようなことしてたじゃないか。
そうですけど。
Now that I think about it, Chihaya and Mido were able to do things a little different from magic using their familiar's powers. Takasago did something very similar himself. This is a simulation, none of this stuff actually happened.
けれど、ありえたのでしょうね。
I remember Gil and Punny were very unusual familiars, but there's probably a way to make more like them.
そういえば、あの二人も作ればよかったんじゃないです？
No, those two aren't really... It'd feel pretty pathetic if I had to resort to them. Anyway, let's continue. The magic culture flourishes. A warring states period arrives. Several little countries form, countless systems of magic are formulated. The countries without magic are still wiped out. Eventually, a handful of larger countries are formed, and then only one survivor remains. A single empire. Political stability heightens culture. Once magic is applied to agriculture, the population explodes. Sometimes there are insurrections within the empire. A few countries declare independence and spread across the continent. I fight it in various ways. Sometimes I even use diseases and natural disasters to directly exterminate the rebels. It's extremely hard to control population. If you try too hard, their numbers plummet like a ball rolling down a hill, but if you take it easy, their population multiplies in no time. They're already trying to make a new country. Why do these guys want to split up so badly? They're reproducing so vigorously, it's disgusting. They can easily fill a whole continent in an instant if I let my guard down. 2 millennia pass. I can prevent the empire from breaking up. 3 new states form, and after a series of wars, they just barely manage to stabilize themselves. An economic web connects the 3, and international cooperation makes it difficult for them to fight anymore. Yeah, now for the hard part. My holy unity is the one and only thing that can guide these pitiful humans to 1,000, no, million-year empire.
また悪い癖が出てるな。はあ、また小太郎が変になっちゃいましたね。
I'm not weird at all. I have merely attained a position equivalent to God.
小鳥、やっておしまい。
生まれ故郷の群馬県。
Downgrade. It feels so good I revert to a more primitive mental state. I must have gotten too immersed in my sense of omnipotence. Thanks for that.
いつものこと。
Now I'll just calmly control civilization and gather more data. The magic civilization went extinct while I wasn't looking. Okay!
何が起こった？いきなり滅びたが。
巻き戻して。
Will do. Their destruction was sudden and unnatural. All of civilization melted in an instant without warning. We recognize that.
いた！ここ！
Kodori points to a single girl. It looks no different from the other humans. But the numbers are clearly different. Its body contains a little earth and a slight miracle.
鍵ね。
驚いたな。
That key looks different from Kagari. But it's exactly the same kind of being. I decide to follow the key's actions. It's born from the earth. Literally, out of the ground. It's created with the same form as the species it's investigating.
この人たちが魔法を使いすぎたから？その可能性は高いな。でも帝国の力は弱まってた。
Did it destroy them because they showed no sign of developing or spreading? I guess that makes sense, but there's still plenty of Aurora left.
この路線ではいずれ使い果たすのは目に見えていた。だから彼らは発展を放棄していたから。
Kodori, what do you remember about the key?
良い記憶を探してるって言い伝えくらいかな。
Good memories. What is a good memory for the planet? Whatever it is, we've been missing it. I feel like the keys make their judgments for good reason. The planet wouldn't cause destruction just because it doesn't like the rate of deforestation or something. It can see the resignation of a species. There's no way to fool it. What was it like with us? Weren't there some times when it seemed like things would go better? Though every single case ended in destruction anyway.
滅びに瀕した際に、それに抗うプロジェクトはいくつも立てられていたな。ノアプロジェクト、エンジェルズラダープロジェクト、ジオメトリックプロジェクト、テラフォーミングプロジェクト、コロニープロジェクト、 スペースシップヤマトプロジェクト。
Spaceship Yamato. That last one sounds epic. So we were considering going into outer space to escape destruction?
すべてが途中で破綻するか、その前に資源が枯渇。で、最後は鍵に滅ぼされておしまいみたい。
I see. Does that mean scientific and cultural advancement don't matter? But from what Kotori's saying, it feels like the key waits for civilization to fail somehow. Good memories. That must be a hint. I think about it. Are we missing something? What are we lacking? Time. We definitely don't have enough time. I check more memories. When I was with Akane. When I was with Shizuru. When I was with Lucia. When I was with Chihaya. Kotori. When I was with Kotori. Wait. I find a blank space. A couple of empty years. Wait. Kotori and I are childhood friends. I tried to help a girl in the forest and got hurt. That was when it happened. Kagari almost killed me. Kotori used her druid powers to save me. Then I slept in the hospital. In a coma. For years? The one who saved me from that. Yes. That was Akane. And Kotori saved me too. How old was I back then? Why are they the only two I remember as children? These can't all be real. But which of these memories are the convenient explanations and which are the real ones? I remember more. Imamiya-san. Nishikujo-sensei. So, are you a high school student? You're a serious student then. Their words. Why do they remember me being the same age? I must have met Imamiya-san before. Because he knew about me. I get the feeling that explains a lot of details. My body had stopped aging. Of course it did. I was half familiar at that point. That's why I was still a high school student. No. I was never a proper student to begin with. I was saved. Back when my mind was still murky, when I'd only just woken up from my long sleep. During my first year and the start of my second. My thoughts were effectively frozen, but all my classmates helped me. There's a blank space in my history. An unavoidable one. That blank appears no matter what. I have no memory of avoiding it. Just like Chihaya's village being attacked. Just like Brenda's experiments on Lucia. Just like Shizuru wiping her parents' memories. There's no reason to regret it. But for a moment, I resent that lost time. Because all the memories I have after that time lead to dead ends. Was I too late to help the world? What would have happened if I hadn't been in a coma for those years? Am I that important? There were plenty of people far more powerful than me. But if... No. That doesn't matter right now. I shouldn't be thinking about that here. As I think, the world melts and all life returns to soup. The atmosphere is filled with miracles. Evolution begins anew.
すごい。わずか年単位で。
生命誕生のために星はかなりの量の活力を失うんだな。
There's a new explosion of life. Only a few hundred years until the first multicellular organisms. Another 1,000 years and the sea is filled with thousands of species. And the Hercules horseshoe crabs are there. The hell? That was a nonsensical creature Shizuru made on a whim.
あなた、また何かした？
もういじってない。
Sounds like the catastrophe last time traumatized her.
自然に出てきた。でも、そんな大きくないね。
They've been nerfed to only 1 meter. And there aren't as many of them. They're ecologically viable this time. Is it trying to relive what happened before?
そういうこと。
What?
これは万能の力に情報が蓄積される性質がなければ起こらない現象よ。蓄積された情報を参照してそれを再現しようとしているのね。小太郎は知らない？人が生まれてから得た知識が子孫に伝えられるという話。
I think so. That's their acquired character. Knowledge acquired after birth clearly isn't genetic, so it can't get passed down that way. If someone learns a foreign language, that doesn't make all their kids automatically bilingual. Traits like that are called an organism's acquired character. But superpowers definitely make use of it. Superhumans manifest their powers through the collective memory of our species' hunting experience.
蓄積情報を参照して進化をいくらか早めているんじゃないかしら。
But why the same evolutionary path?
手っ取り早いから。
Don't tell me.
案外しずるの意見が正解かもな。
Akane-san, what about this? I write down my idea and show it to her.
おバカの小太郎がこんな複雑な考えをするだなんて。これはでも
What do you think?
思考形態そのものは短絡的で安心したわ。小太郎はこうでなくちゃ。
That was mean.
どういうアイデアです？
獲得形質に警告メッセージを記録して再び進化した人類に警告を与え頑張ってもらう。
本当に短絡的だな。
Shut up!
誰がそれを読むの？
Someone.
がっかりアイデア。
So it won't work?
優位のメッセージを残すこと自体難しいと思うし、できたとしても全てを理解させることは難しそうね。
Well, someone like Kashima Sakura would probably find it.
握りつぶすんじゃないです？
Damn it! She's right. I thought that was a good idea. I look at the theory again. Akane's right, there are a lot of problems with that idea. The accumulated memories are limited by the actual history of evolution. There's no surefire way to pass our knowledge down to the next generation of life.
鍵を利用ばかりしてきたから少しでも力になれればと思って出しゃばってしまったけど、力になれなくて悪かったわね。
Akane smiles weakly and disappears into the dark forest. I stare at my copy of the theory for a long time. No other ideas come to mind.